Rastafari. Give thanks and praise. In this hour we have Mama Daughter Dean, who will ask a few questions about ancient Bongo Watto. We give thanks to Jah, Rastafari. Daughter Dean. What I in the Rastafari tradition did you know Bongo Watto?
I think it was somewhere between 72 and 73. Somewhere, yeah. I met him at Ferry, where there was another Rasta man named Jones, and they're present there making shoes and knitting was going on, so I got a job there to knit and help make shoes.
So you met Bongo Watto at Ferry?
Yes, sir.
So you was doing some knitting at the time when you saw him?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What is your impression of ancient Bongo Watto when you saw him?
Well, I was impressed by his strictness and the strong way of how he spoke about Rastafari, because he's a man who always saying something about Rastafari to one. And so meeting him the first time, he started on a lecture and he went on. So I was impressed by his words about Rastafari. He has a strong, conception of Rastafari.
Were you fearful of him? Because most people see him as somebody with Congo locks and they might be intimidated of his presence. Were you fearful when you saw him?
No, I just accepted him as another veteran. I didn't see any means for being afraid of him by that.
Give thanks. Were there any other sisters now, Rastafari sisters who you knew who were able to speak with Bongo Watto at different levels or would sit with him at any one time?
Well, I think Mama Fire.
Mama Fire, okay.
Yes, Mama Fire. But generally, the other sisters thought he was a little bit too strict, but still, they were healing him up for the bus fare and bus fare shot, and I'm always willing to do so. But such as just sitting reading with him, many other ones never too up to that. He himself acted somewhat skeptical. So.
Not even being in circles when sisters meet and like when he's there, do you find sisters asking questions? Or were they afraid?
Yes, like if there's a reason with sister, he always is there so as a guideline person, so that we don't stray away from the hierarchical order. He's always presenting sister reasoning.
Ah, good. So the sisters were there, and in the recent of it, they were accepted by Bongo Watto then?
Yes, so far, yes. But his strictness of, like, a woman who has children with more than one man, he was that strict that sisters were not too much of him, some of them, because their tribulation never allowed them to. So they always feel like Bongo Watto and judgment them.
Okay. Do you think he had created his own rules then for sisters that, or maybe what he was saying to them, they were kind of shy or they were feeling ashamed or something?
Yes, yes. I think he created this so that sisters would be more, conscious in righteousness. That even if it, because after I got to used to him later on, I found that he was saying, he said this to me then, that I said to him during his speech on a woman having children from more than one man. So I said to him, I said, Bongo Watto, sometimes these things happen because of the tribulation that a woman went through, not because she wanted to do this to herself. And I said, as a young girl growing up from school days, I always think I'm going to just get married to one man and have all my children for one, but it never happened to me. So I think it's a tribulation. I never planned this. It just happened. So I don't think a sister should be, you know.
Okay, but then, honestly, how many children Bongo Watto had?
Well, he asked his answer to that, what I said to him. He said, well, it all depends on how the sister live, you know, because sometimes a king man will have some years and she really have to leave him, but she have to be careful.
Okay. So you looked upon the other side and so there can be conditions where an assistant
he really did, but it's not everyone. He said maybe someone who don't feel like saying that to him wouldn't say it to them. But maybe because I handed out to him because of speaking of tribulation, he looked into it and said, well, it all depends on why this thing happened to us sister.
Do you think it was a biblical thing he was quoting, like you know, man and woman together and like they should not divorce or something like that? Or they should not take somebody's husband?
Yes, he said he referred to adultery.
Okay.
Yes. But fornication to him, as we would have read in the dictionary, you would be having sex of wedlock. But to him, fornication was being with a man from another race.
Oh, really?
Like, for instance, a black woman with an Indian or a white man or a Chinese. He think that was the fornication. And he had a strong belief that that is fornication.
So he didn't see it as amalgamation then?
Both fornication and amalgamation, but he specified that what them told us or taught us about fornication was not correct.
Okay. So then in these modern times when Rastafari are multi-ethnic and different races or ethnic backgrounds, do you think Bongo Watto teaching could apply in that sense?
Yes, I think so. Because there's a Ku Klux Klan. They don't like to have their white family going over to an African or an Indian or a Chinese. They want them to stay within their community, their white, race. So there's nothing wrong with Bongo Watto had that strong belief, because I strongly accept these things. I would never go over to another race.
But within the Nabingi guidelines, it tells you that it is a personal choice to have relationship with another race, but
it is. It seems like it is.
It's a personal choice.
Yes.
And the Nabingi should not really penalize you when you make that personal choice, because of how relationships are funny, you know, relationships of many levels.
Penalize. If the word penalize comes up, that would mean like
punished,
trying to hinder
it
from happening. It doesn't matter if the Nyabingi try to hinder that from happening. Nobody can tell the Ku Klux Klan what to do.
But we just
why tell Rastafari?
We're just talking in general terms of the Rastafari.
In general terms, I don't see that, because there is a thing called repatriation. There's an expression saying that every man must return to, and woman, every man and woman must return to their own vine and fig tree. Now, if I go over to the white race and link up in marriage there, when repatriation, what am I going to do with my husband? He got to go back, everyone have to return from where them come from. I got to return. Well, so we're going to separate still, so might as well nobody go together.
But you look on that is being biblical, but you have to look on that in modern times. If you have a relationship and it's working for you and you have no problems, and organizations now, or repatriation, especially repatriation, when you look on repatriation, it's government to government, right? But you're looking at personal relationship. That is what we're trying to see, and not saying that Bongo Watto did not see a right thing, because when you look at Marcus Garvey will tell that clan to black and white, clan to white and all races stay on their own path. But viewing world affairs and seeing Rastafari today having relationship with other nations, and they are still Rastafari, knowing that His Majesty welcome all.
Well,
and there is no discrimination.
I would like to be a part of that.
Okay.
And if I have a Nyabingi house for myself, I would restrict on those things too, like Bongo Watto.
Okay. But
I'm not talking about like the person who comes from the white and the black, because that person can be qualified as black, because one drop of black blood makes the person black.
Exactly.
But that blue eye straight hair thing, I don't think it should be allowed. I don't think we should go that far, because you see, I'm not certain if I can trust these people who brought slavery upon us and did all these evil things. When I look at throwing a baby away overboard and say that can't work, and slitting a woman's belly and things like that, it's hard for me to love a white man.
Okay, look at this another way.
I think we're Chinese or Indian is black. I see another race there.
But in this modern time, where the Nyabingi is global, where the Nyabingi crosses multi-ethnic backgrounds, where you have other nations who say they are Nyabingi, who also have Nyabingi houses.
Well, look here, I don't want to be a part of this complaining about people's business, because that is really people's business. I would never sit two persons together and interfere, even if it's black and white. I would not go to them and say why you are together.
Okay.
I would not interrupt that.
Okay.
That is as I said, that's according to choice. So they made their choice, but I wouldn't be a part of that.
Okay, so it's personal choice. So
that is personal.
That is clear, and the Nyabingi guidelines specifically say that it's a personal choice.
Well, let it remain there.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, could you maybe explain some more of the teaching of Bongo Watto from your experience, from your time?
Well, Bongo Watto, as I say, was a strict extremist, you know. And he thought that if somebody said they are Rasta or Rastafari, sons and daughters, the only persons who are real Rastas are the person who accept Haile Selassie as Almighty.
See.
That simply means we accept that he is a son born from a man and woman, but the son is likened unto the father. So as in the days of Jesus Christus, when he said, when you see it me, you see it the Father. But his majesty don't say those words, but I and I as Rasta see that so as the son, so like the Father. So the Son and the Father are at one. So we can call Haile Selassie Almighty said we, because I have a what you call pamphlet or whatever.
See?
Saying that there were other races of people who gave His Majesty what you call like award for being likened unto the Almighty because of His ways, His doings, and so on, etc., etc. So there's no problem if one sees Majesty as Almighty, but why would I have locks and only see Him as King alone and thinking ordinary? Because Majesty is not an ordinary person, you know. When the baby was 3 days of age, and Ras thinking about name to name the baby. Remember, this name was handed down from way back in the ancient that the child might come up to have this name. But the signs that was to come up with the child's birth, it came up with His Majesty's birth.
Okay.
So yes, the sun, the moon, and one star came over the cave where the baby lay, because remember, the history of among all the Christ who have been crucified were African people. So when His Majesty time come to the born, Ras took away his mom, just like how Joseph went away with Mama Walete, Mariam, you know, the Virgin Mary. And so he was born in a cave. And there was the sun, the moon, and one star over the cave where the baby lay. See, these histories just came up after a while when I never knew that. But one day I can remember Rasava reasoning from a sheet of paper that these are certain history he had received from Ethiopia.
So therefore, Bongo Watto teaches about the divinity of His Majesty then?
Eh?
Bongo Watto teaches about the divinity of His Majesty.
That's right.
And how...
And who He really is.
Right. So, on that, we could say, it is claimed that Bongo Watto was the one who created the Nyabingi administration, the Nyabingi secretariat, with a secretary and a chair which was called a table man, and the three main harps, you know, the funde and the repeater. We read that in books. What do you know about that?
I'm not certain.
You're not certain
about that. No, I never knew that it was Bongo Watto, because I can remember when some time ago, Bongo Watto made I come with him to Barbados, and we traveled Barbados, St. Vincent, and we were supposed to go St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and we were supposed to go to St. Lucia, but I had to return, unfortunately, to Jamaica, and we went to St. Lucia. But while we were there, I noticed that Bongo Watto had a special way of thinking of His Majesty in such a way that I just think Bongo Watto was different now.
What different in what way? Because there are many Rastafari ancients.
You see, they say that let me come back to where no, Bongo Tani stood up and said, oh, Bongo Watto mean for Ghana foreign, and tell people, say, him are the first Rasta man, and him not the first, because we at Bakawa know Bongo Watto when him only did that talk Rasta, but he never have no locks. Him have enough hair, enough souls there, but it never lacks, and man used to burn fire upon him. And him used to say, then look how much man we send coming on the field, locks up and coming on the field, and me have to go on like a captain on a boat, send him man, make man go on, and me come in. And so him and his brother used to have a fight every time them see him. So, but what Bongo Watto is saying towards that, no, him say, it's really true, that him used to have this reasoning truth about Rastafari, Haile Selassie, and encourage man for locks. But he come in like, if him did locks, enough man out there all him friendly when he used to work with him and mason work and so. Wouldn't when come if him did locks up left them. So him have to still grow and talk and teach teach these things, the Rasta not say preach, and teach these things to one to get them to come in. And then now him would have come in after. So that is why it really happened. But Bongo Tani never loved when him said him is the one of the first Rastaman. So I explained to him, I said, one of the first doesn't mean that it's him alone. The word one of means that there are also others. So Bongo Tani was like, no man, him say I'm one of the first. I say, yes, but it's English him speak, you know. So if him say one of, that means there are others who were first.
Exactly.
And him say, well, you're what a student, you know. You never too love over me.
You defend him, right?
Yes, and say, you're what a student, you know, and so on.
Right, so, you know, well, Bongo Watto made his contribution significantly in the faith. Did he have a camp at Bakawal? Because there were many camps at Bakawal. Did he want to have his own camp?
Yeah. Bongo Watto's own camp was at Trench Town.
Trench Town?
Trench Town. So this youth black faith thing which Bongo Watto tells one about, it was at Trench Town.
Okay.
And every Saturday, every man just up in a white, you know, robe and thing, and gone to Bongo Watto.
So he has
have them white suits still.
You said Saturday he was running a Sabbath?
In those days.
Sabbath?
In those days it was Saturday. But after when the Ethiopian Orthodox Church came and once found out that the week began on a Wednesday, it will be Rome, Hamus, Ard, Kidame, Eud, Sanyo, Maxanyo. They realized that Maxanyo would be a Tuesday. So Tuesday was the Sabbath. Well, the Sabbath keeping get mashed up this one because some of the man them never understand how this going and think Saturday was still correct. But from what I learned, Saturday is a Western Sabbath day. It's a Sabbath of the West. And well, Prince Emmanuel, he took it over and said it's Saturday too. So you still have some lax people who accept Sunday.
So what went on in Bongo Watto's camp in Trenchtown? What were the activities?
Drum beating, playing, and chants of ancient songs that ancient black people created. Most of these choruses were songs which black people created. Some of them was even taken from the Ira D. Sankey and the sacred songs and soul, but you don't get those Sankeys no more for whatever reason. You can only get redemption songs nowadays. But that is proven to I then, as a one coming from way back in the years, that there was something about those Sankey that were not suitable or acceptable to the world of people who brought us here as slaves. That is why them hide away those Sankeys. We can't see them no more, so them bring a new one, a redemption song, which does not contain many of those ancient songs no more.
Yeah, because the Sankeys are Christian songs, you know.
Yes, but remember, black people were righteous people without being called Christian.
So, what you say, the early days chanting were most of a Sankey. Or could you chant one of them, just a few verses, let one understand what a Sankey is like?
A Sankey is alright. One of the most Sankey is like this one where Bongo Daniel used to love with. I must have the saber with me, for I did, well, Bongo Watto took out, I mean, the Rastas took out the saber. I must have Rastafari with me, for I dare not walk alone. I must feel his presence near me, and his arms around me thrown. Then the chorus said, then my heart shall fear no ill. Where he leads me, then there I will go without a murmur, and his footsteps follow still.
So chant it the Rastafari way, you know. But you did it the Sankey way, which is original. How the Rastafari chant it?
The original way began with, I must have the Savior with me. That's only the word Rastafari was placed instead of Savior.
No. What I mean is chant it like I would have chanted in a bingy.
In a bingy?
Just because it is modified now to a bingy chant. So how do we chant it in a bingy now?
Another thing about the singing, why Rasta speak of chanting, is that in chanting, they have a slow, what you'd call a rhythm, than in singing. Some chorus is just swifter than the chanting. So you find that the Rastaman do a chanting to all the choruses rather than the swiftly singing thing. The Rasta used to say the church people, they might hurry up to make you sing, and if you go and go eat, then sun the rice and peas and them dead flesh. And they must chant and sing too quick. So Rasta no sing, Rasta chant.
So give me a little sample of a Rastafari chant, even the same one, even 2 verse or 1 verse.
Like to chant it?
Yeah.
Like I must have Rastafari, I will die. And you find out the end and then pull it longer.
Okay.
For I dare not walk alone. I must feel his presence near and his arms around I choose. Yes, thy heart shall fear no ill. Let I live, I weary will. Yes, I will go, without a murmur, and his footsteps follow still.
Give thanks.
While the church is, I must have the Savior with us. More shifter.
Yes.
For I dare not walk alone. I must feel, shifter.
Yes.
What I noticed with the Rastafari way of chanting, that is how the ancient revivalists chanted.
It is true.
That is, there was a thing called Ethiopian Baptist. So you find that the Ethiopian Baptists chant many of the songs just like the Ethiopian revivalists. Because what I'm learning nowadays is that the first revivalists came from Ethiopia.
See?
So it was, but the thing is this, the revivalists were not allowed to keep service later than 9 o'clock.
Okay.
But if they were the Baptists, they could go on till 10 or so.
Okay.
So the revivalists, you know, if you have them camp, them call it camp, you know, one bushy area, down in the district area, then can come uptown. Then come uptown and keep service on the street by 9 o'clock. You would see the police walking, stepping down, and say, time is up, and things like that. So there is a connection with the Livity chanting and the ancient revivalists from Ethiopia. Now, another thing again which I have seen is that there's a certain song sung at His Majesty's coronation, and that song was a song sung by the Baptist tune.
Okay, can you remember it?
Glorious things of it goes on. I listen to the music. Da, 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 la, 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 la. The words are, glorious things of thee are spoken, Zion city of our God. He whose love cannot be broken, from thee with his own accord. On the rock of ages founded, none can pluck me from thine arms. With salvation will surround us, thou wilt smile at all the storms. And that song, that hymn, was sung in the Baptist because I was a member of the choir. So
okay.
my grandfather was a deacon there. So I was on the choir, so I learned, and when I heard it at His Majesty's coronation, I said, well,
you mean the coronation in Ethiopia?
Yes, I.
Okay.
That tune is being played. I said, but that's the song, glorious things of thee are spoken. And that glorious things of thee are spoken is coming from Psalms 87, which referred to this and that man was born here. So I saw a connection there.
Give thanks.
Yes.
Give thanks. Yes. So, okay. Could you share some light on the lifestyle of Bongo Watto, or how we eat, how we dress? Because we always see him with the iron rod.
Yes.
What does it signify?
Yes, and I noticed his rod was always a short one.
Okay.
Like the root of a tree, the root turn up. But his rod was also something shorter. If he is reasoning and someone would contradict him to change what he was saying from the Bible, he would slap it on him and slap it on the table and say, see now? And that means on the altar, he slapped on the altar and said, nothing can go beyond that. Those are the words of His Majesty. So he had this type of rod. And it was a piece of wood that them called ironwood. You know?
Ironwood,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't think it was really iron.
Not really iron, okay. And he had red, gold, and green on it?
Yes. So the sprangs, some of them, we had one without red, gold, and green. But he had one there which had a red, gold, and green circle, right? And it was a green up.
Okay, green up.
Yes.
Okay, okay. What did Bongo Watto say about the colors as compared to other people? Was there a color argument of the emblem in that time?
Always. Well, in early days, when Rastafarian movement started, from what I'm learning, both from Bongo Watto and others, is that it used to be the red up. Because by looking at the rainbow, they get the red up. But when His Majesty came here in 66 and came with the green up, they decided to walk in His Majesty's footsteps and keep the green up. Well, this man, the Bower man, he never
Prince Emmanuel?
to change, yes. He thought that the rainbow, and he was talking about the rainbow. But the Bingi was saying, who is anyone to do anything other than what His Majesty do?
See?
Because His Majesty also respected the rainbow but he came with the green up. Now, what I learned about this green up one day during Bongo lifetime, I always thought of going to Bongo every weekend and every Saturday because I thought it was a Sabbath too. So one of these Saturdays I went by his place over by
which is? Redden, okay.
Yes, and he called me and he said, "Daughter, didn't come here, let me teach you something." So he was sitting outside. He was facing the north. He faced the north like this. And he said, "Look at the rainbow, beautifully." I said, "Yes, Rasta." He said, "What do you know about the rainbow? Did you know that Babylon taught us that the rainbow has 7 colors? But did you know that it's a double rainbow, it's 2 rainbow? And the shades, or what we call shadow, or there's another word, it'll come to me right away. But the reflection from the 3 colors form other colors with the sunlight and so on. It creates other colors, which they give us to the vinegar, violet, indigo, blue, yellow, green, orange, red.
Right, spectrum.
Yes, so he said, "Look at the rainbow." And I look, it was only the red up. Now him said, him said, "There's a green up there, you know, but you have to look for it to see." And him thinks that's a spiritual rainbow. Him said the reason why he don't carry the green up is because he don't think man on earth is worthy to carry the green up, because it is a spiritual color.
Okay.
And His Majesty came with it because His Majesty is spiritual. But him not think him high like His Majesty to carry the rainbow. But him say, unlike the Baba who think that the green up is a shadow, he don't think that way himself. He only think that either it's some spiritual, or maybe it could be that them hide the mother of creation from us. So she come that way. Him say, now look at the size of the red up and look above it, but start looking from the sides. You don't just see that there is a green up at the side, and the side there is a green up there, and look, go straight across over to the next side. If you don't see it, take time coming. So you have to look for it, you know, and tell yourself that you're looking to see it, and it will appear to your spirituality. And believe you me, Rasta, as I looked from the sides and to the north, and I tried, there this color was there, pale, you know. And I say, Rasta, as I look up the top over the other side, by the time we start looking at the rainbow, bright with the green up. Bright green up above. Red up. So from that until today, every time I see a rainbow, I go looking for it. And it always appeared to me. One day I was up by a sister up by Rosal, and she had this bubble bridge in there, keep on contradicting and burning fire every time he come by and see her go, or them turn the rainbow. So I called her. He was there too, you know. And I said, "Come here, daughter, come look at the green up rainbow now." You never certain if she go and see it. So we said, look above the red up, see if you see a green up with the green on top and the red at the bottom. She said, "My God, Rastafari, yes, Mama Dean, I see it." I said, "You see, it appeared to you?" She said, "Yes, it appeared to me there." She called her daughter. Her daughter, one never come and the one that come call the other sister to them. And I said, "Yes, see there, that one is above the red up." And she said, "No, I know I am supposed to deal with the green up rainbow.
Okay.
It really is there, but you have, as Mama Dean said, you have to look for it." Yes, it's there, and it was such a surprise. So I called the brethren now and tell him to come and look, and him turning back on it and go went and he never come look. Never say you refuse to turn him back on the Almighty power, and you refuse to say you don't want to accept. Say Manuel make a mistake. You can't see it, say you make a mistake. Lightning, thunderball, and earthquake, man. If you can't accept this plane before your very eyes, whatever will you accept of His Majesty? So, because I remember early days the teaching of His Majesty from Bobo, you know, was that His Majesty is just an ordinary man and just king. But I know they used to see Manuel as this great man, you know, as a Christ.
So that's the back to Bongo Watto. What do you? How was his lifestyle? What did he eat or drink?
Well, when I know
his daily habits.
when I know Bongo Watto, they say in early days Rasta used to eat fish. And most of them brethren used to eat. Started up idle, and then all of a sudden man start sick, and when he go to the doctor, then say, I be kind of eat no meat, no fish.
Okay.
Now get no beef and so in our temple. So man start turn to say, well, fish, Jesus did provide fish and bread and so on and things like that. But later on man changed and said, no, a lie them a tell. Christ never prepare no fish and bread for no man. And them stuff, and man's return idle. So when I get to know Bongo Watto, he wasn't eating fish or not that. He was just idle.
Oh, give thanks. Give thanks. It's Dr. Dean. It's really a pleasure to reason on Bongo Watto at this hour. And I hope ones find enlightening in what you have said. And we consider Bongo Watto as the patriarch, as one of the patriarchs of the faith, as he surely deserves. Yes, I. So can you see the little prayer? So one could be in person who know the Amharic very fluently.
Well, give thanks Rastafari, I had a Selassie, and I gather together again. Wherever towards we gather together, thou art there to bless and do good. So as Susie those days, he said when we pray we must say that he'll say the Lord's Prayer to the Our Father. It goes like this in the Ethiopian language. Basmayat, Yamit Nor, Abatachin Hor, Simhi, Rokados, Nagisitinta, Fakari, Basmaye, Indahonach, Indihu, Mandir Tuhun, Ya Elat, Injarachinin, Sitan Zare, Badalachinin, Yikar Balan, Inya, Yabadaluni, Yikar Daminera, Wadafatanan, Ataban, Beitu, Kakfu, Adnan, Inji, Mangist, Yanta, Natna, Hiring, Miskana, Mazara Alam.
Ja, Rastafari. So let the words of our mouth, meditation of our heart, Bible full accepted, in the sight of Jah, Rastafari.